Your brain runs all day, every day, from the moment you wake up to the moment you finally stop. Every thought you have, every decision you make, every conversation, every memory, every moment of noticing something or figuring something out, all of it runs through 3 pounds of tissue sitting inside your skull, using more energy per ounce than almost any other organ in your entire body. And like anything that runs all day without stopping, it makes a mess. Not a visible mess, not something you'd notice, a chemical one. Tiny waste products that build up with every hour your brain is working. Proteins that your brain cells produce as a completely natural byproduct of simply thinking, simply being awake and alive. Here's the problem. Your brain has no drainage system. No kidneys, no liver. It can't just flush itself out the way other organs can. So how does it get clean? It waits until you fall asleep. Here's what actually happens. The moment you drift off, something in your brain physically changes in a way nobody expected. The cells surrounding your neurons, not the neurons themselves, a completely different type of cell called glial cells, they actually shrink slightly while you sleep. They get a little smaller, pulling back just enough to matter. That sounds strange. It is strange. But here's why it matters so much. When those cells shrink, tiny channels open up between them, channels that barely exist at all while you're awake. And through those channels, fluid starts flowing. Cerebrospinal fluid, the clear liquid that surrounds your brain and spinal cord every moment of every day. It flows in through those newly opened channels, moves through your brain in a slow, gentle wave, picks up the waste products sitting between your brain cells, all that chemical mess from the day, and carries it all out. Think of it like this. Imagine your brain is a city. All day, the city is completely packed, traffic everywhere, people moving in every direction, every building in use, every road taken up by someone going somewhere. Because everything is packed in so tight, there's no room for the cleaning crew to get through, so the garbage just piles up slowly on the side of the road. Nobody's ignoring it. There's just genuinely nowhere for the cleaning trucks to go without blocking something more important. Then night comes. The streets empty out. The buildings clear. Traffic disappears. Suddenly, there's room to move. The cleaning trucks can finally get through, sweep every street, collect everything that built up during the day, and carry it all away before morning. That's your brain, every single night. That's actually what scientists named this system, the glymphatic system, a combination of glial and lymphatic. Researchers didn't even know it existed until 2013. It was discovered by a neuroscientist named Maiken Nedergaard at the University of Rochester. And when the paper was published, it genuinely surprised the field. Not because the idea of brain waste was new, everyone already knew the brain produced waste products. Nobody had been able to clearly explain how the brain actually got rid of them. Now, here's the part that gets really interesting. One of the main things this cleaning system washes out is a protein called amyloid beta. Amyloid beta on its own isn't dangerous at all. Your brain produces it constantly, all day as a normal part of how neurons work. But when it builds up, when it doesn't get cleared out regularly enough, night after night, it starts to clump together into sticky plaques. And those plaques are found in high concentrations in the brains of people with Alzheimer's disease. Researchers don't fully understand yet whether amyloid buildup causes Alzheimer's directly, or whether it's a symptom of something else going wrong at the same time. The science is genuinely complex, actively debated, and still being worked out by some of the smartest people in medicine. But here's what the evidence does suggest. Clearly not getting enough sleep over a long period is linked to significantly more amyloid buildup in the brain. When you skip sleep regularly, your brain's cleaning system doesn't run properly. The waste doesn't get cleared, and over time, that leftover protein might matter far more than anyone previously understood. But even before any long-term effects, you can feel the short-term version. Every single time you don't sleep enough, you know the feeling. After a bad night, brain fog, slow thinking, trouble finding the right word in the middle of a sentence. Nothing quite connecting the way it normally does. That sluggishness is real. It has a physical cause. That's partly your brain still running on yesterday's leftover waste, because the cleaning cycle never fully ran. Your neurons are trying to fire through a system that hasn't been cleared out yet. It's the mental version of trying to run through a room full of furniture that nobody moved. Sleep isn't just rest, it's maintenance, the kind that can only happen when everything else shuts down. When you're awake, your brain prioritizes performance, sending signals as fast as possible, processing what's in front of you, keeping you functioning and reacting in real time. When you're asleep, it shifts priorities completely. It runs the cleanup cycle that it simply cannot run while you're awake and using everything at full capacity. The two jobs cannot happen simultaneously. Your brain can either be on, firing at everything, doing what you need it to do, or it can be clean. It can't easily do both at once. That's why you can't just catch up on sleep and have it work exactly the same way. A week of bad nights, followed by one long weekend morning, doesn't fully reset the system the way 7 steady nights in a row would. The cleaning cycle isn't a debt you can pay off in one go. It needs regular runs, regular maintenance, the way any system does. So the next time you stay up too late and tell yourself it doesn't really matter, just this once, your brain is already quietly keeping track. Not in any dramatic way. It won't send you a warning message. It won't crash. It'll just keep running a little less cleanly than yesterday, a little more cluttered than it should be, patiently waiting for the night you finally let it do what it's designed to do. And when you do, sleep. Really sleep. Long enough, deeply enough. Those glial cells shrink just slightly. Those tiny channels open up between them. That slow wave of fluid begins moving through in the dark, quiet hours, picking up everything your brain left behind during the day. Your brain gets to do something it spends every waking hour waiting to do. Clean itself up. Start fresh. Be ready for tomorrow. You spend roughly a third of your entire life asleep. Most people think of that as time lost, hours spent doing nothing when you could be doing something. But your brain isn't doing nothing. It's doing the one thing it can only do when everything else is finally quiet. It's doing maintenance. It's cleaning the mess from the day before so the next day can actually start clean. Every single night, whether you appreciate it or not,